Good morning, good afternoon, it's a Monday. After a fun-filled week, this is Oh Snap Pizza Nap podcast and YouTube show with your host Vasilis. Just kind of recapping of what happened on over the weekend. You had the return of the EPL League, you had this, the week of preseason football, which a lot of young rookie quarterbacks were out playing. And to tell you the honest truth, I watched most of it. Hey, the rookies, you can't say nothing bad about them. They were trying their best and still doing their best. And it only was their first game, so, working out the kinks, getting out the nerves, getting out the butterflies, all that. Trevor Lawrence looked, like Trevor Lawrence, first overall pick. Justin Fields looked incredible. Chicago's got a real good young quarterback there in Justin Fields. Trey Lance. The 49ers have a Jimmy G situation with Trey Lance. Trey Lance is going to probably outbeat him for the starting quarterback job. Jimmy G is going to be the backup. I'm sorry, 49er fans, but that's how this works. As I said about Lawrence, he's looking like the number one overall pick. He made a few, mistakes. I'm not going to go over the whole Tim Tebow blocking situation. I think everybody saw that. That was a wonderful blunder of a quarterback turned, defensive tight end. I don't know what he's trying to play position-wise, but I just don't care for it. And, it was a pretty good preseason matchups. I see the... Sorry about that. The Las Vegas Raiders. Wow, that's really, really going to be hard for me to say for the next... I don't know how many years they're going to spend in Vegas. But they're not... No, I can't say it. Vegas Raiders, they will always be known as the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders, that's where they belong. In Oakland, not in Vegas. I'm sorry, Vegas people, but... it's too hard to say Las Vegas Raiders. But their young quarterback in Peterman, man, did everybody see this guy? This guy is ridiculous. Sorry, Derek Carr, but I think your time is up. You're his backup. The kid, just give him the ball, Gruden. Give him the ball. The kid will make that Raiders team a winning team finally. And I said in the last one that, underdogs and surprises. I said Detroit, maybe the Raiders. Look at the Raiders. Look at Peterman. It may have been a first game, but, sometimes first games are the flash of greatness and the flash of what is to come in the future and present. So, good on him. Good showing. Hope everything goes well this season for this kid. I hope this kid even becomes the first starting quarterback for the Raiders of a draft pick. What else? I was also watching EPL. My Man U team. Let's go, you Reds. Red Devils all the way. Bruno Fernandes with a hat trick in the first game of the season. Mason Greenwood, again, another great player. That is it's fantastic. Pogba looked great. Sancho looked great. Didn't look out of place. And we got to see our brand new midfielder, defender, Rafael Varane. I hope I'm saying that right. Wow. Man U is a dominant force. Chelsea didn't miss much of a beat. They just picked up Romelu Lukaku. There we go. The man who's bounced between Everton, Man U, and Chelsea. That's the only man I have ever seen could play that spot. Those three teams. Harry Kane's going to be out for a while for Tottenham. No big deal. Tottenham beat Man City, the defending Premier League champions. Well, what do you say to a team like that, right? What do you say to Man City? you basically handed the Champions League to the Chelsea team last year, and Pep, I think you have lost all of your luster and all your shine. I don't believe this man can win another Champions League, and especially if he's in the Premier League. You have Liverpool, you have Man U, you have Chelsea, you do have Tottenham, you have Everton, you have Arsenal that are all starting to come around. And looking at the teams, that is insane amount of good teams that are got a lot of money, that are spending it actually wisely now. They're realizing it's a wise decision. To recap, I've also heard some basketball rumors that have been just squashed today. Toronto Raptors are not shipping or shopping Pascal Siakam, which is a good thing because Siakam is now, without Lowry there, he is now the focal point with Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes. Man, I watched that kid the other night. Holy crap. This team's going to be pretty damn good in the years to come. It is ridiculously how good these guys are. Next, I also see some NHL news. I finally see the Canucks locked up Jason Dickinson. Right on. Great deal. Great deal. Great term. Great money. Everything for a third line defense or centerman. Great. Perfect. We even have our fourth line, centerman for cheap. Brought back Sutter. That's even great. Now, if everybody can just stop harping on about what are they going to do about PD and Hughes. For one, Hughes is not a qualifying offer sheet participant, so don't worry. Hughes will be signed. And when I see all the Twitter rants and the Twitter feeds of all the hockey, and especially on my side, the Canucks side, all I see is long-term deal for PD. For PD. PD, he's offer sheet eligible, yes. Rereading his tweets, rereading that whole tweet that he wants this and that. You know what? To tell you the truth, us fans here in Canuck Nation and Canuck Land, we made that guy say what he said. We did. Because of our pursuit in trying to develop young and promising stars, you also have to understand he wants to win consistently. And we have to look at ourselves as fans and be supportive and understanding that he wants to win every year. And good on for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He came here and he flew to Sweden and he talked to Petey that we are going to be competing every year, he says. He will do his best as a top-line defenseman to have this team compete. And I appreciate that. As a fan, for damn near 30-plus years of the Canucks, I am honestly saying this team will compete this year in the playoffs. We will have Stanley Cup playoff Demko every night. He will do it every night. We got Yaroslav Halak as the backup. But when we go back to the contract talk here, Petey is going to get a bridge deal. Hughes is going to get the long-term deal. And it looks like it is going to be back-loaded. So Hughes is probably going to make a little less money at the beginning of his contract. Not like what he was making, but not the full amount. It's probably going to be around the $3-4 million mark, probably at the first few years of the contract. And then all the rest of it will be at the latter years. Petey is going to be a bridge deal. It's probably looking at a 3-4 year bridge deal. Again, hopefully he will understand to backload his contract to the final years where we're out of the flat cap world and we're making more progress towards the more money making. But as I see, they are going to make profits off the AHL team here in Abbotsford. And I heard nothing but good things about what happened with Abbotsford right now, and all their merchandise sales just went right through the roof. Unbelievable that they don't have any jerseys, men, women, and children. This is ridiculous. There's no merchandise to buy, not even t-shirts to buy. Well, I guess I'll have to wait till the beginning of the season to buy mine. And I just don't know which one I'll buy. There's so many good BC boys on that team, hopefully making a shot and a run at a Canuck roster spot. I hope a few of them get a chance this year to branch out, make it back to the NHL, show the other teams what they are missing. To cap this all off, I'm going to go into the sports entertainment world. I hear Muhammad Ali's grandson won his first professional boxing match, and I heard he did it in style like his grandfather would. That is a big ups to that man. Big ups to his grandson. Props to that guy. And I hear Anderson Silva's son made his professional MMA debut, and he laid out his opponent with a knockout, which, again, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Spider Jr. did it. And I see WWE and All Elite Wrestling, and I hear the AAA Mania. Triple Mania happened this past weekend. I hear Ric Flair was there with his son-in-law, Andrade. Idol. I don't know what he says. I just call him Andrade. Versus Kenny Omega. I heard that match was a ridiculously good match. Too bad it wasn't, I couldn't see it on Canadian pay-per-view. I know I would have to have got it on, I think, Fight TV or something. That's alright. I'm cool. And I do see there is a bit of a Bullet Club feud going on. Being Elite versus Bullet Club. Tongaloa, Tama versus the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Looks like it's working into some favorable way of doing something with either All Elite or Impact Wrestling, which is alright with me. Both brands are starting to pick up momentum and pace, especially Impact Wrestling. I've watched that since it first got its incarnation of NWA TNA, and from when it was there to now, wow. You could say they hit a lot of bumps. And finally, you have the next weekend's big pay-per-view weekend. You have SummerSlam, first time ever, happening on a Saturday. And TakeOver 36 happening on a Sunday. As I've said before, if you haven't seen it, or I talked briefly about it, Vince McMahon has changed WWE around a lot lately. He's trying to take the NXT brand, put it back as a development, because I'm guessing he's not liking the idea that it's a better show and quality compared to his other two main rosters. Well, in your two big main events, you got Goldberg versus Lashley, which is spear versus spear. Either way you would have spun it, if you would have even thrown Reigns, it would have been a three-way spear match. And to me, Goldberg still slightly has it. Lashley will probably win the championship on Saturday. When I look at the other big pay-per-view, you got John Cena, a.k.a. Peacemaker, the man who says he'll eat every dick off the entire beach in the Suicide Squad movie. I quote from that. If somebody said he had to eat every dick, he'll do it. I love John Cena. I love the Suicide Squad. That was a great movie. John Cena was the best. But again, the greatest was King.